The problem of poverty in Rochester is multifaceted. There isn't one thing that has caused poverty, but I will be very clear in saying that the basis for what we see in our communities has been the result of structural and institutional racism.
We know that there is a disproportionate part of our population who are Black and brown. And we also know that Black and brown communities are often over-policed. And so the impact is that there is a lot of incarceration for people in our community. And if you look at the data, it is stark how Black and brown bodies are actually criminalized. And so one, we have to fix the bias in the system for who decides what is right and wrong and who gets punished for it, and make sure that those systems are fixed.
Policies that are geared toward majority population and are not necessarily beneficial to the BIPOC community, Black, Indigenous, people of color. So we need to be able to address policy at that very basic level of equality before we could really see a break in the cycle and the systemic issues that result from poverty.
The reality is that in a lot of cases, people who are poor are also over criminalized, they're over policed, they're over fined, or they pay higher fees because they have less income to start with, and they pay a higher proportion of those fees and fines of their income. So that tends to criminalize poverty. And the other thing is that if a person has gone into the criminal justice system and they have served all of their time and they've done their probation, they sometimes come out of those systems still with no rights or with the inability to get adequate housing, to kind of start their lives over, to get a second chance, which perpetuates poverty, perpetuates them not being able to take care of their families, and so their families being, very disadvantaged. And so we need to figure a way to allow, folks who have completed their sentences and completed all of their punishment to get true second chances and to get a good start, and for people who are poor not to have to pay higher fees, higher fines, or potentially be jailed for things that those of us with income and with access don't have to kind of deal with.